I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, for giving me the spirit to do this video. Let's jump right to it. Sirach chapter 17, starting at verse 25. Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. And that's the point what this video is going into in this lesson, is offending less. Because we know we're in this change of darkness. We know we can't keep the law perfectly, okay? We can't harp on the law to the point where you don't leave room for that sacrifice that Yahushua was to us as a people, okay? For our mess-ups, for things that we really should be put to death for, but the mercy and grace given through the sacrifice of Yahushua. Verse 26, turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health. And hate thou abomination unhinderedly. You're supposed to hate evil, man. Love the good and hate the evil. But what did Paul say? He hate the things that he do in his flesh that he don't want to do. But sometimes he do it anyway, because the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. And that's no different for us. All the brothers out there that's doing this truth, okay? All the sisters that believe, that are trying sincerely as well, we're in this flesh, and that's what we got to get saved from, man. Saved from ourselves. Not just saved from Esau and the captivity, but saved from ourselves, man. Fighting ourselves day in and day out. We know the spirit fighteth against the flesh, and the flesh fighteth against the spirit. So the best thing you can do is do the work, continue to do the work, okay, and offend less, man. That goes with examining yourself. That's why it says before judgment, examine thyself and thou shalt find mercy. We have to continue to examine ourselves day in and day out to offend less. You got to watch yourself, man. From there, let's go to Sirach chapter 1, starting at verse 20. The root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. Right. It drives away sins, man. Okay? But we still live in sin. We're not perfect. So the things that we do go off on, man, okay, all we can do is work on it and offend less. That's how the wrath is going to be turned away from us, man. All our sin ain't going to be drove away. Everything, as far as our actions and what we do day in and day out, all the way up into Yahushua's coming, because that's the whole point he died for. He died for the sins. He died for our mess-ups, our shortcomings. We know all our righteousness is as filthy rags. You're guilty of one law, you're guilty of all. So we understand that. But when you work hard and you press and you strive to offend less, let's read 21 again. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. Yahweh Shem Yahushua knows if you fear them, man. They know that, okay? The angels know it, all right? But that don't mean you're always going to do the right thing, but you strive to do what? To offend less, all right? From there, let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 67. Behold, Yahweh himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall Yahweh lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Now, does that mean you're going to leave off from all sin? If you are, then you don't need Yahushua then. Then you're justified by the law because you're keeping the law perfectly. So we understand that the understanding of that is you have to really make a sincere, reasonable effort, man, to offend less and allow the sacrifice that Yahushua is and the preciousness that he is and his blood is for us cover your shortcomings while you work hard and strive and you do the work, man. Because though we're not perfect, if you do the work, if you're covered by the blood of Yahushua, you are perfect. Not of yourself, but of his righteousness. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So just want to exhort all brethren out there, man, to continue to examine yourself, man, and try your best, man, to offend less, okay? Because that's how you stand that tightrope, okay? Like I spoke in my last lesson about the narrow path. You know, you're more likely to stay on the narrow path and not fall into the water, the deep water, or the fire, okay, by constantly examining yourself and offending less, fasting, praying, okay, sincerely, without ceasing and doubting, all right? With that, I want to give all praises again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for giving me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all your Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.